So now,
Okay, now we're on number 3.
okay.
Okay, number 3. Okay, write the SQL statement to display the columns for the name and population in that order. Okay, but we're going to display the name column using the column headings city. All right, so what this question is all about, it's about using what is called an alias, a column alias. All right, now in this table, as you see, the name of the column in this database is name, but if we want to display the name of the column as something else, which makes more sense, we use an alias. What we're going to do, we're going to use this exact same statement. So we're going to leave the statement that we have. We only want the 2 columns, the name column and the population column. However, we're going to create an alias for the name column. All right, how you do that? You're going to click into your statement up there, put the cursor next to the word name. Up in that statement that's highlighted up, the blue one, the SQL in the query window, up in the where your blinking cursor is, that's where all the typing goes. You don't type in the result grid, you type up top. Put the cursor after the word name.
Excuse me, Professor, where should I click on?
You want to put your cursor after the word name. You see where it says select name? You need to put your cursor after, no, up top. The result grid cannot be edited. The only thing that can be edited where we do all our work is in what is called the query window. It's up there where the blinking cursor is. You know what I mean by a blinking cursor? See that line blinking?
Yes, here.
Yeah, now if you click, take your mouse and put it in the vicinity of the word name and click.
Should I write name?
You already have name.
Yes.
Can you please look at your statement? Your statement says select name, comma, population from city. Can you understand that? Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay, what I want you to do is I want you to add something next to the word name. So you need to take your cursor and put it next to the word name. Okay.
Did I remove the comma or not?
Yeah, just delete the comma, You want to use this is a keyword, the keyword as, type that in, as. This is how we create an alias, as city, space city. Now you put a comma. Okay, so what we just did, we said select name as city, meaning it's going to show up as city. Now, if you run this query by clicking on that yellow lightning bolt, the result grid is underneath. Okay, you don't edit the result grid. That's the result of what you just wrote in your code. Notice the column name says city. That was the whole point of this question here, to learn how to use a column alias. That's what we're doing. And that is discussed in the material. That's what you need to do. You need to focus on the videos, you need to focus on the material so you understand what you're doing when you come into Workbench. Now, we're going to copy this. This is an SQL statement. We're going to copy this. This is the answer to question number 3. We're going to copy it and we're going to paste it into Microsoft Word. All right, let's do question number 4. You can stay right there because we're still, are we in the, oh, we're in the country table. Okay, so delete that whole statement, delete the whole statement.
Should I delete? Okay.
Okay, all right, now here's the question, number 4. It says, write the SQL statement to display the columns for the name, continent, and region in the country table. Okay, you don't have to touch the country table, you stay right there. However, we want to display these 3 columns as one comma separated phrase. Before we do that, let's just start looking at what we want. We'll do it the long way first, and then we'll shorten it up. Okay, we want to see the name, continent, and region. We want to display those 3 columns in the country table. Okay, so we start out with select. You always start with select. Okay, we want 3 columns. The first column is name. All right, so put a comma after it, very good. The second comma is continent.
Consonant.
Continent.
Should I write continent?
Yes, C-O-N-T-I-N-E-N. C-O-N-T-I-N-E-N-T.
County.
No, C-O-N, no, it's
Okay, yeah.
C-O-N-T.
Yeah.
I.
Okay.
N.
Yeah.
E-N-T.
Okay. Yes.
Comma.
Yeah.
Region.
Okay. Space or not?
Space, yeah.
Region?
Region.
Is it right?
Okay, space. From.
Okay.
Country. Country is the name of the table. Okay, now click the lightning bolt and let's take a look at the result grid.
Should I click on it?
Yes. All right, so this is the result grid. All right, now what the question asks for, it wants to see one column. It wants us to merge everything into one column. And it wants us to call the column heading country and location.
What should I do, Professor? Sorry, I couldn't understand. Each.
Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to create another alias. Actually, we're not going to create an alias. We have to do a function for this, and I think we'll just let that go for now. All right, because it's a little too complicated. Just copy that and paste it in for question number 4. All right, so the last one. Okay, question number 5. Write the SQL statement to display the columns for name and a column named years independent in the country table. Okay, the column named years independent column will be created by subtracting the current year from the independent year column. All right, so we have a calculation going on here. All right, so bear with me for a minute, and I just need to, okay, we're going to start with the select statement, which we have. Okay, we have the name. Okay, we don't want the continent or region. Okay, so we can get rid of continent and region. We don't want them. We can delete them. Okay, we want the name. And you can put a space there.
Should I remove the comma?
No, leave the comma there because we're going to put something else after it. Okay, what we're doing now, we're going to have a calculation. Okay, so what we want to find out is how many years they've been independent. So we need to subtract a column name called independent year, INDEP year, from the current year, which is 2022. All right, let me just ask you to do one thing before we get started for this. I want you to just click on the country on the left-hand side in the navigator over there. No, don't click any of those icons because it's going to. I want you to just click on the word country. Okay, just click on the word country, select it. Okay, and the reason I'm asking you to do that is because it should help when you're typing. I'm hoping it gives you the names of the columns. It would make it a lot easier. Okay, let's finish our SQL statement here. You need to put your cursor back into that SQL statement after the comma. We have name, comma. Put your cursor after the comma. All right, now hit a space. Space. Okay, now type in 2022, that's the year of today, 2022, minus, okay, minus. The column name is years independent. It's INDEP. So if you start typing IND, there it is. Okay, see, that's the column name. Okay, so click on that, and that will put that column name in there. All right, so yes. No, yes. No, click that word. Yeah, click right there. Click the blue. Click the blue. No, all right, back up. Back up. Hit the backspace. 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 Back. All right, back all the way back. No. Delete INDE. Delete that. What I'm trying to show you that an easy way to type in column, to insert column names, rather than typing them in because you don't know what they are. The database knows what they are. And since we selected on the left the country we're working with, it knows and it will help us put the names of the columns in there. Okay, start typing IN and it should show it up again. IN, type. Okay, there it is, INDEP year. Notice it says column, COLN. That's the name of the column. You can either type it in or you can select that word and it will put it in there for you. All right, type in a D. Type a D. Now, notice that's the column name right there underneath it. If you click on that blue square, it will, yes, click that on, click, go ahead. There, okay, it's going to put it in there for you. Okay, that's how this program works. There's a lot of information built into it. So you don't have to do a lot of typing, but you have to pay attention to what's going on. Now, we're going to create an alias for this. Okay, that's good enough. That's good enough. All right, go ahead and select that and put it on for question number 5. All right, now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the quiz because that quiz was due. It's overdue. It's closed. You can't go into it right now. All right, now let's scroll down. Let's go to question 1. Okay, see that big blue box?
Yeah.
That's where you paste the first answer. This is question 1. So you go into Microsoft Word, select, that's very good. You select that. Copy.
حاجة ليا تخرب.
And now you paste. All right. Okay, now you go to question number 2. Okay, you go back into Microsoft Word and you get the answer for question number 2. Copy it and paste it in. Now you do the same thing for question 3. All right, you submit it. Okay. Okay, so that's the way it works. Now, the whole ability to write these questions, to write the answers, means you need to take some time and watch over the videos and possibly go through what's in the book, because that's the whole point of this course, explaining the different concepts behind what we're doing and how we do that using this SQL language. So the majority of the course is set up this way. And later on, we'll be doing some other things. We'll be creating some procedures. We'll be creating some views. We'll be ultimately working with another database and creating a table and doing some relationships and things.
Thank you so much, Professor. Yes, I tried many times, but I faced problem, Professor. My work did not look like the shape or the steps which are on the PDF.
There's a quiz that's due tomorrow night. Okay, maybe you can work on it.
Okay.
And then there's going to be a quiz due next week. One of these is going to be due every week for quite some time, for probably 6 or 7 weeks.
Okay. Yes, Professor.
And they're going to get more complicated. They're going to get very difficult.